Okay, y'all, so I just wanted to show you when I meant that I was going to strain that broth. This is what I meant by that. Only thing I wanted from that broth was the liquids. And that's what I have here in this bowl. So all the celery, the leaves, the onions, all that was left behind in the strainer. So that's what you should do. Whenever you get ready, if you decide to do it that way, strain it. That way to catch all the unnecessary stuff you don't want in there. Because like I said, I am going to add in I'm going to saute some onions, celery, and bell pepper. So that's what I want to go inside of my dressing. This part it was just to help flavor the broth. I'll see you guys back in a second. Okay, and I just wanted to come back and show you guys when I told you that I had some gizzards. These are the gizzards I was talking about. This is all I've cooked to go inside of my dressing. So I'm getting ready to put this in my food processor and grind it up. And over here, I'm getting ready to add in my. I'm ready to add in. I have like 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm getting ready to add in my onion, celeries, and bell pepper. Just put it on in there. I got my daughter helping me out in the kitchen. So we're gonna saute these vegetables until they're nice and tender, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to put everything together. So spread that out. We're gonna saute that while the butter's still melting. Okay, so I'll bring you guys back in just a second. We're almost finished. Bring you guys back in a second. Okay, y'all, and I'm back. So we got everything prepared. We've got our cornbread that we baked in the oven. We have our bowl of chicken. It's a lot of chicken, but let me tell you, you don't want to use that much chicken. You don't have to. It is called chicken dressing. So we like to have a lot of meat in our dressing. Not too much, but enough where you can taste it. And I have my bell peppers, onions, and celery sauteed here. This is the broth that I strained off of the chicken. I have my eggs here. I also have my chicken gizzards that I cooked and chopped up in my food processor. And what else is it? I mean the Portuguese seasoned mayo and the sage. Okay. Now this broth has a good flavor to it. It's not gonna take much salt. And then I have some leftover Pepperidge Farm cornbread classic stuffing that I didn't use all of it from the last time I made stuffing or dressing. So I'm going to add that in as well. That way this is going to make a big pan, and I'll probably end up freezing some of it, cooking half of it today and freezing the rest of it. And what I like to do is each time I add an ingredient, I like to mix it up. So that way I can know that everything is well incorporated together. And as you can see, I got a glove on. Use what you want to use.
Poultry and what?
Poultry and sage. That sage should be right there at the front. I may have to do several parts depending on how my camera or my thing let me upload this video. I might have to do part 1, part 2, part 3. I wish I can get it all in one video. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Let's add in the let me hold it. I'll just put this in here. We're going to add in our vegetables. Now you can take this. And what I did, like I showed you guys, I sauteed this in butter. Mix that up. Smells good already. Let's go ahead and pour some I need to get that off. Just to get out some of this broth here. As you can see, I'm holding this with the palm of my hand so I don't touch it. Stick my hand back in the bowl. So it's the way you can do it if you know how to cook. In a mess, but I clean it up and finish. And you may not use all the liquids, but you want it to be well, you want it to be moist. Because this cornbread is going to soak up a lot of liquids. Chicken. It's a lot of chicken, but it's gonna be nice and tasty. Put some more broth in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to finish adding in everything. I'm going to add in my gizzards, my eggs, and the poultry seasoning and the sage. You add it to your liking. And I bring you guys back when I get everything mixed up. Okay, so I'm getting ready to add in a can of cream of chicken. Forgot to show you guys that earlier. And I used all the broth that I had. I always end up making a large pan every time. See, you scrape that stuff out of that pan. Let's mix this up. Let's put in a little bit of, what is this? Sage. Not much sage. A little bit at a time. You can taste it as you go and see what you might need to add. This is the poultry seasoning. Let's mix it up. You don't want to put too much sage. You don't want to put too much poultry because you can't take it out once you add it in there. So this made a big old bowl. I'm going to cook half of this today and freeze the other half. Everything out here, y'all. Okay, I think that's everything. Trash, don't give me a rag. I might need to wash my hands. Okay, so I know I'm gonna need some more broth. A little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this up, taste it, see what I need to add, and then when I get ready to place it in my pan, I'll bring you guys back. I'm trying not to make this video too long. So just mix, after you get everything mixed up, get it to the consistency, make sure it's not dry. You want a moist dressing because, like I said, it's got to bake. So I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to put it in the pan and put it in the oven. Okay, y'all, and I got everything mixed up like I want it. I got the taste that I want. Like I said, when you start mixing it, add you a little seasoning at a time until you get it to the desired taste that you like. I got my pan here. I sprayed it already. I'm getting ready to add in whatever I'm getting ready to bake today. So I'm not going to bake all of it. So now you see why I added all that chicken and eggs and all the other stuff. This is a big pan of dressing, so I'm just pour my whatever I want in here. And you can see the consistency that I have it at. It's not dry, it's not too runny, and it's seasoned like I like it. Now the rest of this is going to go in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to freeze it. I'm going to get this cleaned up. Just like that. Alright, so now you know how to make chicken dressing. When everything is done, I'll bring you guys back and let you see what it looks like. I've already tasted it. It's got an awesome taste to it. If you guys make it like I showed you, I promise you, you're going to enjoy this recipe. See you guys back in a little bit.